Hello everybody, this is Brad from Club 57. I'm shooting this video today to give you a kind of a snapshot of what we're trying to accomplish in this rutted jump face negotiation. So in this month's newsletter, we're going to attach this video, and we're going to kind of piece you through step by step how to negotiate this in a real-time environment. So you can see over my shoulder this rutted jump face, which the guys after lunch will be demoing for me. So from a technique standpoint, the riders need to negotiate these obstacles up the rutted jump face with proper foot position. So starting at the bottom of the bike, that's the most important part of riding the motorcycle, because if that's out of whack, if your feet are out of position, then everything else is surely going to be out of position as well. So balls of the feet on the foot pegs, toes tight to the bike. So you want that toe to be actually, hugging the frame of the motorcycle. You don't want any daylight between your foot position and the frame of the bike. The last thing we need here is want riders to be dragging a foot or catching the edge of a rut with their toe and peeling it off the edge of the bike. That's going to be bad news all the way around. So assuming that our feet are in ideal position, what we want to do is we want to have equal pressure on the foot pegs. So you don't want to be losing balance halfway up these jump faces and want to start dabbing your foot or loosening the position of your feet or legs on the bike. What that's going to cause you to do is favor the rider left side. And as you can see over my shoulder, if you start losing balance at speed up this jump face, we got problems quick. So a lot of the technique is to put you in a better position so you're comfortable, so you're more fluid, so you're working with the motorcycle. And in addition, the riders will then add speed as they feel more comfortable. So starting at the bottom of the bike, we've got tight feet on the foot pegs, balance pressure on the right and left peg to make sure we're not losing our balance. And what I'm looking for as the riders come out here, you're going to find that they've got their knees stacked right over the ankles. What I don't want is I don't want the riders to have their knees in front of the ankles, allowing the bike to kind of pivot and move and wiggle left and right. So what the leg position is actually very, very, very critical into that stuff. Once the leg position is set, you'll see in the video that we'll have the riders kind of favor the front of the bike. So they're going to look very neutral. The head will be leading the motorcycle over the handlebars. Their legs will be in line with the foot pegs with the knees stacked right over the ankle. At that point, it's a matter of close your eyes and pick one. No, I'm kidding. It's a matter of being confident, being under control, and honestly, easing into it. We don't need to attack this at race pace your first lap. Work into it. Work into something that you're comfortable doing, that you can make steady power all the way off the jump. The last thing you want to do is be having mistakes where the bike is getting crooked and we start associating crashing with stuff like this. Okay, so here we go. Right. So this is the rutted jump face that the riders will be negotiating about fourth gear, mid-throttle, which probably puts me about upper 30 mile an hour, mid 40s, depending on the rider. So the first rule of thumb is this: as you can see, looking at the screen, the ruts to the right are favorable from the quick glance. However, when you get closer to it, you'll see that we've got some chop and some braking bumps, and that far rut way to the right's got a suicide kicker there at the top. So the first thing we're going to talk about when the guys come out here is pick the smoothest line. So we don't have any wiggles going up these jump faces. They're all pretty straight, but the one thing we're going to point out is kickers going up the face, which it looks like that one way to the right, and that fourth one from the right has got trouble, capital T, written all over it. So these are that's the first objective for rutted turn, is pick a good one. And then after you pick one, don't stare at it. You want to be looking, you want to pick your rut after you negotiate this obstacle before it. So when I'm airborne, when my riders are airborne in this jump here, we're sighting up where we want to attack this rut here. I certainly don't want to be deciding which rut to take as I'm getting closer to it. So these are the things that that need to be done ahead of time, because honestly, once I'm at this point traveling at 40, 30 miles an hour, 30 plus miles an hour, it's too late to decide which rut I want to take. I kind of have to go with the flow at this point. When I'm negotiating these ruts, it's then the corner after it that we are working on. Okay.